Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from the Aether Bias Clinic and Aether Bias Yoga, and in this week's video we're going to look at the few weeks following on from the first week after birth and what's going to be happening in your body and what we can do to help you feel better and stronger and more in control. No need to get dressed up, you can do it in your jammies or in bed and just get comfortable and join us. After the first week, you'll be a little bit more used to having a baby in the house or having another child in the house, and you may not feel like doing any exercise at all. You may be sleep deprived and just be wanting to lay down. So you may just want to skip to the end to some of the absolutely relaxing things I'll do with pillows and cushions. And bear in mind that when we feel tired, stretching can be very good, just to bring some energy if you've been stuck in one position or sleep deprived. So just bear with me with a few simple exercises to help free your body. If you're recovering from a C-section, be very careful with anything you do, nothing that strains the tummy in the first 6 weeks. Absolutely not. So be sure that whatever you do is comfortable. When you've been holding your baby a lot, and whether you're breastfeeding or using a bottle, it's easy to get tension in the upper body and in the neck. So we're going to do a little stretch for the spine. So just move the shoulders, roll them back and down. There's muscles that go all the way down the back from the shoulders. Just ease into that movement and roll them forwards. This will also work on the neck. Just get things moving. If it's more comfortable, you can just bend your knees a little, take any pressure off the low back. And if you want to bring the arms in with that, you can as well, doing backstroke arms and crawl arms, and get a little twist around and shake the arms out. You can do any of these sitting as well. Interlink the hands behind you and reach them back and down. If you can't reach them, you can use a belt. This will give a nice stretch across the upper back and across the chest. So draw the shoulders back and down, keep the neck relaxed. Breathe into the chest, tuck the chin in to just lengthen through the back of the neck. Take a few deep breaths. Incline to the side, pulling the hands down, a little stretch through the neck. Coming up on the inhale and gently incline to the other side. Keep the neck nice and relaxed. We're going to be stretching through the trapezius muscle. A few deep breaths. Come up on the inhale, bend the knees a little, and we're going to bend and almost squat forwards. We don't want to go too wide, certainly not for the first 6 weeks and not for the first 3 months will we go too wide. So coming forwards and bring the arms over behind you, allowing that upper back to stretch, allowing the lower back to stretch. Now if that's not comfortable with the arms behind you, we can just go forwards and let the arms hang down. So you can either let them hang on the floor, you can hold the elbows, sway a little side to side, letting the head be soft, letting the spine float, keeping the legs strong. And to come up, we bend the knees a little more, tuck the tailbone under, relax the arms, curl up vertebra by vertebra, lift the chest to bring the head up. So it's a nice lengthening all the way through the spine. Have a little wiggle in between. Reach the arms up, bend the knees, fold forwards and bring the hands down. You can also do this sitting in a chair. You can have a little wiggle side to side. Keep the head relaxed. Press the heels into the mat, tuck the tailbone under, roll up vertebra by vertebra. The chest lifts the head up. Coming on all fours. The butt above the knees, hands under the shoulders, nice straight spine. We're going to do a cat-cow, so lengthen through the spine, lift the tail, lift the chest, lift the head, and curl the tail around, curl around the chest, bring the head down, and again lift the tail, lift the chest, lift the head, curl around the tail, curl around the head and the chest. Relax down into a pose of a child, leaning back. If you want to have cushions to rest on, you can bring them either under your arms, under your head, or you can bring them under your belly and let your head relax down. Now this might be too sore on your boobs if you're breastfeeding, so then rather just keep the back a little bit curled round, keep it soft, have a little wiggle. And come up. If your baby's getting tired breastfeeding, it may be that the palate isn't opening optimally for them to feed easily, and they tend to use their tongues and their gum, and then they'll get tired and fall asleep, and it takes a long time to feed them. So if you're having this problem and you're breastfeeding, please see a good cranial person who works with pediatrics. And it's very easy to just encourage the opening in the palate and the opening in all the membranes in the head, and it becomes much easier for them to suck. If there's tongue tie, then you need to see a specialist for that. If you're finding breastfeeding really tiring, then this may help you in getting tension released in your own body as well. If you haven't managed to breastfeed and you're doing bottle feeding, you're going to have just the same issues of holding the baby. So from sitting, we interlink the hands behind. Same thing we did standing. We can take the hands behind you, fingertips forwards, press them into the mat and lift through the chest, lengthening in the spine. Breathe into the upper chest and come up. Either crossing one leg in front of you or bringing it next to you, depending on how flexible you are. Hug the leg with the opposite arm. Take the same hand behind you, press the hand into the mat, lift the chest and very gently rotate from base to crown. Lift on the inhale and gently twist, nothing forced, keep the neck nice and soft. A twist is very good for releasing tension out of the back. And the other side, whichever version you're doing, take the hand behind you, lift the chest and very gently twist. Breathe in, lengthen through the spine, keep the neck soft and gently twist. If you've got pain in your belly still, then you may want to do one leg straight, the other one bent, and do a very gentle twist, or even with both legs straight. Just twisting, getting that lengthening through the spine. As I say, if you have any scar tissue from a C-section or any repair surgery, be very gentle with it. So using some pillows beside you, reach up and lean over the pillows. You can put your hand on your head, or you can have more pillows there, and just allow the length through the spine, just to relax through the low back and get some freedom through the spine along the side. On the other side, reach up and lengthen over, and you can just support your head and let this side just lengthen, relax into it as much as you can. If you're feeling tension in your low back, either post-birth or from holding the baby or because you're tired, it can be good to lay over some pillows, only if it's comfortable, and be careful if you've had surgery. So you're going to bring the body above the pillows, and we lay with the pillows. You can bring some more under your head. Lay with the pillows under your belly, so it's lifting the spine up. You can use more pillows if that works for you. This should feel really nice and comfortable, and just open up the low back and just relax into it. And come up gently. To lay down and relax, we're going to use pillows in 3 stations, one for the head, one for the upper back, and one under the knees. Use the hands to lift and lengthen as you lay over the pillows, and bring the head down. You may need to adjust the pillows, relax the knees. So we've got an opening of the chest, the neck is supported. We pretty much want the ears above the shoulders, and allow the legs to relax out. And just, you can bring your hands to your belly or your chest, your boobs if they're sore, or just rest them down beside you. Connect to the midline of your body and take some deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. And just allow yourself to relax. Thank you so much for joining me. Be gentle with yourselves and with the exercises. Do some gentle stretching. It will give you energy. And take care of yourselves. Thank you so much. That's Lynn Bridgford, Aether Bios. Thank you for joining me. I'm passionate about sharing my yoga journey and all the wonderful things that yoga has to offer for our life and our benefit. And I really look forward to sharing more with you and hope you join me more on my journey. Please like, subscribe, chat to me, ask me any questions, and connect with me on my other channels. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's LinkedIn, my Facebook page, my website. So thank you so much. That's Lynn Bridgford, Aether Bios Yoga.